What up, gamers? Fence here, and welcome back to Chaos Zero Nightmare. So let's continue with Narja's story here. So we got genome editing. Enter. Episode 3, genome editing. I hear the researchers' voices on the other side of the glass. One is talking about their family. Another is talking about the vacation they had on some famous ark. I wonder what that is. These words, family or vacation, never really caught my attention, but when I began to pick up on their delight about freedom and their grand depictions of scenery, I couldn't help but want to hear more. If I cared for another like they do, would they become my family? After I'm done with these experiments, would I be able to take a vacation? NA02, let's go over the results with your Protoss functional units. Maybe you've already noticed, but the unit that you are connected to cannot perfectly recreate the capabilities of a Protoss. We are conducting this research so that we can create a Protoss that far surpasses those that the Empire has. Therefore, I must express that the results of the study is disappointing. This capsule is so tight that I can barely find room to move my feet. There is also not a speck of dust, but this abnormal cleanliness is oddly unsettling. Everything from my progress to my fate will be decided for me in here. I'm trying, I really am, but no matter how much I do, I have no power. However, you've no need to worry. Unlike the others, you have a unique, unlimited power within you. Let's just say that the fate of the other replicas now lies on your growth. When it comes to finding your faults, we'll use GA01 for that, so don't be bothered with it. Check NA02 status once more. Cognition normal. Appetite center clear. It's in good condition, Director. Open the capsule. That's it for today. NA02, you may go and rest. The lid to the capsule opens up. The borders of my freedom went from the enclosed space where I could barely move my feet to the vast expanse of the room where many others, researchers and replica alike, moved to and fro. I have a question. Are you my family, Director? Curious. Not the type of question I expected from a replica. What do you think? I'm not sure about the exact meaning of the word, but you're important to me as family. Is that so? Family. If I had any family left over, that'd be... Director, reporting a response between the recently acquired monster organism within the Chimera Knight. Okay. I'll be with you soon. You should head back as well. GA01 is probably waiting for you. The only time in a day where I got to experience as much freedom as a human would when I was with Gaia after our routinely checkups. You're back, Narja? Gaia. Huh? What's with that look? Nothing. There's still so much I don't understand yet. But I'm still amazed how you were able to think of the name Narja for me. I told you before, I came up with your name with whatever sound stuck to me at the time. I've got no idea whether it's a name that humans would even use. Just make sure you don't bring it up in front of the researchers. Is that so? I knew that Gaia gave me my name to prove that I was different from the other monsters, but she had always been embarrassed to use our names in front of the humans. Maybe they'll be amazed by how amazing the name sounds. Those people just plaster failure to every single thing I do. I know they are going to react the same way when they hear our names. So don't tell anyone else. Gaia, I'm okay. I'm happy you gave me a name. I found out later that many of the other replicas also gave each other nicknames. The researchers only thought of it as a natural phase of us copying them. Names like Gaia and or Narja to them probably didn't hold much value. If you hadn't saved me that day, I wouldn't be caring for you this much. Are you saying you regret me saving you? You know that's not what I meant. Agartha, go give Narja a good old chomp. The ice worm Agartha may be Gaia's companion, but it simply let out a frosty snort and calmly shook its head. Agartha! You already know that Agartha and Elysian are good friends. It wouldn't do such a thing. Gah, sir, so annoying. Gaia stomped her foot and turned to face the corner. Our room wasn't that big, so there probably wasn't much meaning to the direction she was facing. What are you doing? Going to sleep. You do you. Gaia slips into her sleep pod. It doesn't seem like you're actually going to sleep, though. There's no reason for me to stay awake if Gaia's going to sleep. I follow suit and place myself into my own pod. Replica research was really no different from getting lost in the chaos. Everything took a long time, and more often than not, we might end up being right up where we started. After having repeating those dangerous missions so many times, it gradually became monotonous. I walked day after day toward the unreachable tower. We're adjusting the energy administration method to avoid stimulating the appetite-regulating center. It'll feel alien to you, but we've no other choice if you want to retain your strength. Are you ready? It feels weird, but it doesn't hurt. That's good to hear. Because of you, we've been able to significantly reduce the amount of time it takes to create other replicas. You are an outstanding specimen. Never forget that. Now, today we'll be conducting a concentrated analysis on your proto-functional unit. You'll feel the anesthesia soon. So relax, just relax for now. Understood. Let us begin. Scalpel. Sir. There was no other way that the director didn't know that Elysion and I were connected down to our nerves. For the next week, Elysion's eyes was bloodshot and I couldn't refrain from blinking more often. Half a week later, Gaia received her surgery. Since then, Gaia would often poke at her own teeth. It seems that Agartha had a portion of its teeth modified. In A02, we've two pieces of good news for you. Is the research finally over? So you can even joke with me now, is it? As a result of our latest research, we can now safely utilize highly concentrated chimeranite. By using the equipment we have at Laboratory 0, you can multiply your strength several-fold. I'm sure you can guess what the second good news is then. What else do you think we can do with this high concentrate chimeranite? Don't be too surprised now. We'll be able to create the perfect replica. We can finally close this chapter of our grueling study into the replica research. The perfect replica. Over the many cycles of research I'd gone through, I learned what exactly happens to the replicas that failed, as well as the word that they use to refer to those who would not make it. There'd be no more disposing of then. And a high chance that they'll become part of your family in A02. Family. Becoming family meant that they would live on. Replica that were disposed of early in their life cycle, to put in the researchers' words, would be treated as strangers without a face. Oh, there's Haku. And just as the director said, HA-87 became a new member of my family. HA-87 was given a name by Gaia, and though she never complained that they didn't understand why they needed a name, she never rejected it outright. Haku became our youngest sibling. Haku completed the research procedure that took me 7 months, only 2. What took me 2 weeks, Haku was able to do in 3 days. Alas, it felt as though light was breaking through on the path I had long been stuck on. And yet, Haku could never escape her own anxiety. You know, I thought Haku was a guy. I thought they said, like, you know, him and he and all that stuff during the story. I guess Haku's a girl. I didn't even know. Oh, my bad. Click off. If I could continue another 10 more minutes, I could have achieved results exceeding the projected goal. My limits are evident. If this is an experiment that even I'm failing, there is no longer a point to continuing this replica research. There's not a single researcher who thinks you failed. You're the only one of us who even made it as far as you did. That's obvious. That's because I was born as one who was forbidden from failing. I'm not afraid of being disposed of. It's just, when the day comes to when I'm no longer of use and disposed of, will this lab be able to remain the way it is? The fates of everyone here hangs on my success, but I never wanted any of this. What a spoiled thing to say. Yet Haku wasn't wrong. If Haku was also deemed a failure, then there's no telling when the humans would pull the plug on their replica research. If that day were to come, all of us replica would be disposed of, and the humans would leave this planet. That's how it was. Humans would not be disposed of. They'd simply go on a vacation or go back to their families. Unlike us, humans were given the privilege to choose at the pivotal moments of their lives. Haku's anxiety only grew worse even when she recorded breakthroughs, while Gaia gave it her all even when she failed over and over, just to survive another day. And in between these two, I learned that what it was like to think like a human. I began to ponder what I could do to secure our happiness. Yet no matter how many times I walked that road and how many times I turned back, I always reached the same ending. Guys, how about we leave this place one day? If we leave, we don't have to worry about all this anymore. The moment those words left my mouth, it felt as if I had stepped beyond an invisible barrier and opened onto an endless horizon. Words weren't exchanged that day, but I knew that Gaia and Haku felt the same way I did. All three of us began to plan our escape together. One day, Haku came back with a flower she received from the director. She said it was a flower that grew somewhere in the rural regions of Delta. Haku had on a peculiar expression. Again, I asked Haku if she wanted to be free, but she gave me no response. Her eyes were glazed over and void, as if something that devoured her consciousness. That night, I was unable to sleep well. I was oddly insecure and strangely afraid of what tomorrow would bring. Oh, as I open my eyes, I see the familiar landscape of the interior of the chaos. Unlike other times, I cannot hear any announcements made by the lab. Maybe I should have a look around. The cadaver of a replica. I wonder if this is also just more data from the simulation. What goal did the researchers have when they generated that replica? I don't know. It's a monster here? A monstrous corpse. I can't discern its original shape, but if I put that in my mouth, will my hunger be satiated? The cadaver of a replica. The metal ID tag around the neck gleams. Looking closely, it reads the letters GA17. This area is littered with corpses. Is this outside the testing environment? There's no way to tell yet. I'm not sure if I can find the correct path, but I have to continue. Oh, close eyes or move forward. I'll move forward. Does he not like that? Elysion? Further on ahead, I run into the corpse of a replica again. I was back where I was, and my only other option was to do the same. Wander the chaos and find a way forward. For a moment, both the objective and my will are replaced by raw instinct. Okay, I guess we'll just close eyes then. I pick up on a metallic scent. I wonder if, I guess if we follow Elysion, I'm gonna guess it's gonna happen like the same where instead we gotta follow Gaia instead of Elysion. As I take a deep breath, an impetuous hunger washes over me. I drag my feet in the direction my instincts led me, toward a smell. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go again. A monster is savagely tearing into a replica. Another wave of a powerful hunger washes over me. Oh, we gotta eat the replica! You can't battle? We gotta eat! Overwhelmed by hunger, I lunge at the heat of my instinct. The moment I open my mouth wide, a familiar face looks up. Oh my. Exactly the same as. If HA87 acquires a Proto's capabilities, then starting with GA01, all of us will probably be disposed of. Next, 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 next. Okay. So Haku. So do you think they'll be disposed of if Haku wins? NA02, it's your turn. Was death the cause of my anxiety, What must we have achieved? It's impossible to figure out for yourself why you are born into this world. However, it's become clear that our end goal is identical. Oh my. As I squeeze my eyes shut, I feel a crisp breeze. A flower bed. I've seen this before, through the screen, and here I am, lying on top of it. The director is picking the flowers, taking the time to smell each of them. Flowers that I wanted to feel, freedom that I wanted to breathe. Hmm? Director. Direct? Oh, my Narja. You seem to have had a bad dream. Didn't we agree that you no longer needed to call me that? Now, how about we take a deep breath? The aroma of these flowers will help you relax. Take a deep breath. With my head turned to the side, I follow the director's instructions and slowly breathe in through my nose. Nothing. I did not know what a flower could smell like. You absolute buffoon. Did you really believe that you'd ever get to know? Oh my. Stop trying to deceive yourself. You can never be a human like us. You will never get to know how warm and pleasant it smells outside of this decrepit laboratory. That is your fate, Narja. The flowers and dirt that I have been lying upon turn cold and hard, just like how the experiment capsule is. Had it always been this way? What felt like the wind quickly devolved into the busy cacophony of the researchers. Wait, did the director ever once call me by my name? Even if it's just one day, I would just like to take one day to myself. NA02, reading abnormal biosignal fluctuations. Administering sedative. My eyes jerked open as if, by response, I found myself confined into the suffocating and cold interior of the experiment capsule. NA02, consciousness restored. Pulse, respiration, and cognitive responses all normal. The researchers who usually had their eyes glued to their data pads were now running around frantically. While they were doing so, the pause lid began to open. Hey, Elysion. Are you okay, NA02? Shivering with cold sweat, I look over at Elysion, letting out a cooing noise. Elysion spits out something, a small golden tag, an older generation name tag with the letters GA17. Oh. Report to the researcher, or return to Elysion? We have different events here. I mean, like, I'm gonna guess overall. I mean, we kind of know the fates of Laboratory Zero, right? It's all gonna be destroyed. I'm guessing that a rebellion will probably, like, if we try to follow our own path, it might lead to like a rebellion, or maybe like Haku doing something. I don't know. I kind of forgot if they ever said it before. But I assume if we report it to the researcher, it will lead to, you know, more of a bad ending. So I do want to try to get all the bad endings out first before we go for the good one. So I think researcher is probably the better one. Elysion swallowed this. But you know, also, it doesn't say the story does branch out. So, you know, I'm sure it doesn't matter my choice right now. This is J17. That was the disposed replica that we used during the chaos simulation. It seems this little one ate it by accident. Something may have agitated its digestive system. Let's have a quick look over at the examination room. I try to shake the image of the replica's face that I saw in my dream as I followed the researchers. At the time, I had no idea what the future awaited the research facility. Okay, there we go. That was it for that. Let's continue on. Got a battle on this here. Episode 4. Chaos is steadily expanding outside the air defense tunnel. What I'm meaning to say is, guys, how about we leave this place one day? Huh? Leave the laboratory? Let's go and see the scenery we only saw on those screens ourselves. The rivers that flows without end, that endless sea, in those fields where flowers bloom in different colors with each passing season. Let's see them with our own eyes, own two eyes. We can do it. Uh, hey, what's on your mind? I've noticed it recently, but you seem to be zoning out more often. Have you been thinking about how we're going to leave this place? Uh, Ever since that day, Haku's changed. She's never once mentioned about being nervous. It's like she doesn't want to leave. Did I say something I shouldn't have? What are you talking about? Haku also agreed with us when you first brought it up. I mean, it does seem like she's keeping something from us, but hey, maybe the Protos research is almost over? Huh? That means Haku will soon be free and living her life outside the lab. Maybe that's why she's not as invested. Ever since that talk she had with the director, she's been putting on a different expression. She even got flowers. Could that be why? Guys, Haku. Wow, it feels like we haven't seen you for a while. You've been receiving a lot more procedures than us lately. Today, all of us are going to stick together. There's some place we need to go. Someplace we need to go. That would be Laboratory Zero. Director. The place with the largest deposit of Chimeranite ore, and also the place where the chaos-related events began. Your final upgrade will take place there in A02. Until now, your affiliate's unit energy was heavily reliant on your condition in A02 and other environmental factors. Some time ago, the name that everyone used to refer to Elysion changed from Proto's functional unit to affiliate unit. Elysion was not happy with that. With your repeating upgrade, you will always be at the peak of your condition and live your life with the full extent of your strength. Does that excite you? What happens after this research is over? Oh. You would never let me down, do you? You never let me down, do you? Much more wiser than your peers, always looking to the future. I don't like that smile that he had just like earlier. That was kind of evil. I'm sure he's gonna turn on us at some point. The results of your upgrade will be used toward HA-87's research material. With that, we'll be one step closer to completing Peltion's own Protos. A true replica will be completed. I can almost see the finish line. Yeah, see? That smile. That evil smile. Hey, that brat. Did she just laugh? This will be your first time outside Laboratory 1, but it won't be that different from the simulations you've been going through, so there's no need to be so anxious. Come tell me when you're ready. The director straightened his crooked attire and left the room. Gaia stood staring at where the director had been standing with a dumbfounded face, and then just plopped it to the ground. Wow, lucky for you, Haku. You get to be the first one to succeed out of us replicas. Well, I'm not too happy about that. That's because I figured out something more important. Can you be a little more straightforward? What the director just said now. We all heard it correctly, right? That we're going outside Laboratory 1? Then, now might be our chance. Our chance? Oh, what are you saying? Let's run away before we arrive at Laboratory 0. You'll come with us, won't you, Haku? You two wouldn't make it on your own, or your strength alone, so we'll see. Depends on my mood. You little brat. We will. We won't make it out of here. This is the defense tunnel that leads to Laboratory 0. It was originally designed to move replica from lab to lab without getting caught, but now it serves two purposes. It should withstand most attacks. Well, even if something were to threaten us here. Oh, wait, what? Threaten us here. We have more than enough alternative methods to relocate you back to the lab, so no need to worry. Narja, the other researchers accompanying us are all equipped with experimental gear and self-defense weapons. I don't know if we'll be able to... I told you, didn't I? It would be impossible with just the two of you. And let's just say you two can blow a hole in the wall there. It's not going to take the researchers that long to catch up to the two of you. Are you saying this out loud? In front of Yuma? I think he can hear us, right? No? Or are they just like talking to each other and they're making sure they're not being heard? Yeah, if it's just the two of you. He keeps saying that, or she keeps saying that. Huh? Ku? So, are you gonna help us or not? Stop talking in circles and just tell us. Shh. They'll hear. Huh? Hmm? Is something the matter? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, you're just speaking out loud about this. Oh, nothing. There's no need to rush. This place has already been overrun by them. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What is that? What happened? We've run into a problem. Multiple anomalies detected outside the tunnel. Lab structures are under attack. No way. It's the Chaos Monsters. What? How? Oh, I can't do a it's hard for me to do a whistle without me practicing. I don't know if you heard that. I tried to do a whistle now. So that's what real monsters look like. Whoa, they're a lot more grotesque than I thought they'd be. What are you talking about? There's no way. Did you bring them here? Just to escape the lab? Nope. Those ones don't have the brains to listen to me. Just mindless ones mindless beings who either eat or are eaten. While rolling this, well, let's just say I knew they'd be here. Run! Everyone, get out of here! Retreat to the nearest lab. Director. Blast. I was planning on reactivating the auto portal once this last step was finished, so why now? I'm going to look for a way to protect the lab. Take HA-87 and the others and head immediately to Laboratory 0. Oh, he's gone. He's not running away. Maybe he's headed to the broadcasting tower? Haku, what the heck are you talking about? You know what? Forget it. Narja, we'll have to go without Haku. Instead, yeah, over there. There's a hole in the wall over there where the monsters attacked. The researchers are all gone, and the director won't be able to find us. Now's our only chance. Well, we gotta fight first. Dang it. Just calm down for a moment. Other than the monsters appearing, everything that you said is right, Gaia. We fought monsters like these time and time again in our simulations. We can do this. I'll admit, with your strength now, these ones will be a piece of cake. Go do your best out there, sis. You fight. Gaia. Okay. There we go. I forgot how to play all this exactly. Let's play that. Oh, I should have attacked first. Shoot. My bad. I did something very stupid, I think. Ouch. Yeah, my bad. I should have attacked. There we go. Yeah, we'll play this. Nice. Oh, we couldn't draw an attack card? Oh, that's because we got no cards in our deck. That's why. Play that. Nice. Okay. We were able to recover from that. We did it. We really won. Yeah, Haku appeared. We took out the monsters in real life. This is my power. The monster that we had defeated lied on the ground with its mouth agape, motionless. Then it appeared without so much as leaving a trace. In my mind, the shape of teeth becomes vivid. A forgotten hunger surges through me. Of course you win. We are a replica who were born from them and further enhanced. Of course, that would mean we retain a part of their nature. Hey Haku, if you're going to spout nonsense, then just shut up and stay still. Narja, let's go. Just you and me. I wonder if Narja can run away from here that easily. What? She just saw what we were with her own two eyes. We were born to eat or be eaten. And Narja, well, she has the power to devour anything before her. Instead of getting lost in this world that we've never seen before, don't you think it'd be better to go get that upgrade the director was talking about and become stronger? What are you spouting? Don't listen to her, Narja. Come on, let's go. I know what it is you truly desire. Let's head over to Laboratory Zero. I'll personally place the thing you want in your hands for you. Oh, here we go. I think Gaia is the good ending. Haku, probably the bad ending. So let's go with Haku. Let's go for bad endings first. As I thought. Narja, why? You didn't know all this time? What Narja's wanted all along wasn't freedom. It's instinct. Come, Narja, I'll lead the way. I'm sorry, Gaia. No, Narja, it can't be like this. You promised we'd skip together. The nightmare is ongoing. Oh, there we go. So is there gonna be a bad end? I think so. Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. I like seeing bad endings in general. The Dominant Gene, Episode 5. This way. You just have to follow this path here, and we'll arrive at Laboratory Zero. How did you know? About what? The direction to Laboratory Zero. The monsters would attack us at the tunnel. And even about these instincts of mine that I've tried so hard to hide. These aren't things that you can figure out just because you're stronger than us. You're not the Haku that I know. Who are you? Always so curious. Let's not fret over such small things. Besides, you'll find out soon enough. I'll tell you everything once we arrive. Or maybe we'll slowly go over things on our way there. Tell me what you want to know the most. Delta's outdoor scenery? The taste of monsters swallowed whole? How to find true freedom? Run! Get away from here! How boorish. Haku, get the researchers someplace safe. I'll handle those monsters. I'm not used to this, but these things aren't as strong as the ones I've encountered in the simulations. If you take them on individually. Here we go.
何をすればいいの？戦う準備はできているよ。何をすればいいの？
Let me play this.
戦う準備何をすればいいの？まだ戦う無駄なこと。何をすればいいの？ 潰してあげる。
Nice. There we go. Play this. I got pretty much the same cards from before. I'm just gonna play the same cards over and over. I can't go down because it's always gonna be the same combo. There we go. Nice. Oh no, we got more? Huh. There's no end to them. Why do you struggle so desperately? I've already told you. I know about your instincts. There's so many delectable morsels here, so why hesitate? Enjoy it. It's your feast. Wow. Look at him go. Haku instantly wipes out the monsters and begins to devour them mercilessly. It didn't matter the color of the blood they bled, or whether the flesh was muscle or fat. It's almost exactly like the time I saw the replica in my first simulation. Oh my gosh, look at that. The color of the dripping blood, the cells of muscle and fat that made up biological tissue, everything that Haku had ingested was breaking out on her face. Each time Haku ripped apart a new monster, something new would grow from her. Teeth, claws, an arm or a leg, even tumors. And when Haku smiled, every fiber, down to the molecular level, would scream and shiver. So much delicious meat for me to eat. Narja, try some. Hurry now. No, this isn't what I wanted. Is that so? As Haku put on a devilish smile, his lid appeared on her face, one that opened up to reveal another eye. A new eye violently shivered until it popped. Oh, oozing a vicious liquid down Haku's face. Within moments, more and more perforations erupted across her face, like bubbles rising through a thick sludge. Somehow, I could audibly hear these screams, and I stared as they shook vehemently. Oh, I know you very well. There's no need to be afraid of me. Haku stretched her hand out and placed them on my shoulder. An undeniable sensation sent shivers down my spine. Her hand, why did it feel so clammy and rough, as if it was covered in calluses? Up and at him then. You've got a little more to go. That figure. Could have been Rampage? We checked it yesterday and everything was fine. Ah, some uninvited guest. I'll eat them too, I guess. Good job, Haku. Now, let's continue. All the research I had undergone felt like wandering through chaos with no end in sight, yet it was guided by a clear purpose and goal. As I trudged behind Haku, I couldn't discern why I ended up here, or why I even hungered. All I knew was that Haku had become my new lighthouse, just as the tower once was during my chaos simulations. I think I knew deep down that what awaited me at my destination was ruin, but all I could do was walk forward. Once we arrive at the bottom here, you'll learn everything you wanted to know. Where your instincts came from, or how I knew the monsters would appear. Freedom. You told me you showed me what true freedom was. Is it also at the bottom? Huh? Of course it is. I'll show you how to attain freedom without ever leaving the lab. I'll give you a sense of liberation you've never felt before. You can look forward to it. This is... What do you think? Much better than any place you end up living outside, no? Chaos actually began burgeoning from right here, you know. Likely due to the high concentration of Chimera Knights stored here. Chimera Knight. Is the director here too? The director? He has nothing to do with us, or do with this. Why would you even bring him up? But you said that I should receive that upgrade the director mentioned. Narja, you really have to stop being so stupid. The director will never give you freedom, your freedom. He'd actively keep you from it. You already know, don't you? The only reason you're holding back your own instincts is because of those humans, the same ones who are using you for their own success. Haku, what are you? You said that you wanted to know what true freedom was, didn't you? GA-17, think back on the replica you devoured. Huh? GA-17 found freedom because of you. They no longer need to hide their instinct, nor are they confined to the laboratory. You return to the void, where all live free in inequality. I get it now. You don't know what the void is yet, do you? Then allow me to show you. This is my final present, my dear sister, so that you might find yourself free. You may find your freedom. I'll enjoy your taste. It's gonna transform into the giant monster, huh? There we go. Again. Haku, you... I'm not like you. I won't become a monster like you. Oh my. Fight here? Uh-oh. What was that? Substitute? Oh no, inspiration, draw 1 card. Decrease the cost of this card by 2 for this turn. Wait, that's not bad, right? It doesn't sound bad. Yeah, it sounds like a good card to have. You seen this before? There we go. Oh wait, the inspiration, I forgot it. We had to draw it, right? We don't have any drawing cards. Let me play this. Just exhausted. Are these free? Nice. Replica creation. Oh, the substitute is back. What, we got 2 now? Swallow them. Whole Elysion. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I think it's my first time using this. I forgot. I think it's just Gaia. Dang, dude, that's Elysion? Jeez. Did you just try to swallow me? What the amusing struggle. But if you hold back your hunger like that, you'd never defeat me. I'll end it soon. It was fun while it lasted, Narja. There he is. Oh. Gloom. No. I can't kill a monster like this. Oh, that was it? I think we got one more here. Is this the bad ending? Ending, yep. Convergence evolution, is that what I saw? That was quite enjoyable, watching you struggle. You have a power that would put other monsters to shame. You are indeed qualified to be a member of my family. There's no way that the lab experiments could turn you into such a beast. What have you done, Haku? All the researchers have wanted one thing. To create a Protos for the Peltion that is more powerful than anything the Empire could dream of. And the result of all their experiments and research, I caught a glimpse of a world far beyond the reach of any ordinary human. Aren't you curious where all these ravenous monsters came from? There's so much you've always wanted to know, Narja. What I wanted to know was the world outside of the lab, not the inside of your guts. Elysion, get her. There's no need to resist. I'll show you everything. We'll break free of the constraints that bound us and discover the truth beneath a boundless freedom. Lies. It's you, who's been corrupted by instinct. All you do is consume. Now, time to become one with me. I'll take you to her. Jeez, man. What a terrifying ending screen. Huh? Where am I? A crisp breeze caresses me, and along with it, the scent of something unfamiliar. Is this flowers? The unfamiliar fragrance was rather cold and more foreign than I had thought. Dirt, stone, water. I do recall hearing that nature wasn't as warm as I imagined it to be. But still, so this is freedom. I'm no longer hungry. You feel the same way, don't you, Elysion? Elysion? All that came in contact with my outstretched hand was a pulpy, gelatinous ooze, slowing downward. The once sharp razors and that single eye had all been congealed into a sludge in the palm of my hand. Dang. That's sad. Is that how it is then? I can no longer feel my limbs. Maybe that's why my mind has become more aware of my consciousness fading away. It's just like Haku said, everything is gradually to the void. So this is what you tasted like, Narja. Thanks for the meal. Bad ending. Oh my gosh, dude. And then yeah, we got the good ending if we go for the other route. Yeah, this one, right? Let's go watch it again. We'll end off by like just watching how the other ending or like the other path goes. So let's continue. So this time we're going to escape. And let's not end off with that bad ending in this video. Let's go and escape with Gaia. I knew you'd come around. Come on, hurry. We have to get as far away as possible or else we'll get caught. Haku, I still don't understand what your goal is in all this. I'm sorry. So that's how it'll be, huh? It's alright. You'll eventually come back to me. Oh, that's it. Okay, yeah. Not much of a, big difference when it comes to, like, going to the next one here. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end it here. Next time, I think we'll finish things off with the last ending here. Yeah, man, it's been pretty crazy with the story. Really nasty with the whole, like, eating other replicas and stuff. That seems to be Narja's whole thing, and also Haku as well. But yeah, we know that they ended up to be surviving at the end. But yeah, I assume that Haku pretty much destroys everything here. And that's how it came to be back at Laboratory Zero. But yeah, very cool, man. I do like the story. I mean, we'll see how I compare it to Haku. Not Haku, Haru. You just, it's Haku with an R instead of a K. But yeah, I'm not sure how it compares to Haru. I think Haru, I don't know. Like, I just want to know, like, which one is darker. Because I like dark stories like these where, like, you kind of see, like, the gloominess and all. Like, can I look back at her here? Like, yeah, it is a sad story. But I feel like I don't know. I mean, maybe because, in a way, you can, like, somewhat relate to her, where she's, like, a lost child that lost her mother. Like, to me, it's more effective that way. And, I've never been in an experiment, like, with Narja here, so maybe I don't fully understand, like, with her. But I would imagine Narja probably had a darker story. Because, she's been, like, worked on, surgeries and all that stuff. Experimented on. And, there's that possibility that, even if, like, Haku succeeds, like, there's no really guarantee that the researchers will let them off the hook. Like, they might just dispose of them too. At least that's what's been, like, speculated upon with that one, replica that wasn't her dream, right? Yeah, I think during this one over here. But yeah, I like the story so far. I can't wait to see how this ends, man. So, and yeah, we'll see if next video, by the time in the next video, maybe I'll think about if I want to pull her or not. I just want to maybe think about, like, maybe instead I'd rather have, like, the future combatants as well. But yeah, we'll see, man. Anyway, guys, that'll be for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.